How's it going, lads? Marshall here, and welcome to another review on the channel. As you can see, the date's the one, the only Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Yes, he's on the database, on the capture event database. He actually wasn't on the game, so since signing back for Manchester United, he's in FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. I love that, because every year you've got these go-to players. My go-to player is normally Pogba and Zlatan. Haven't used Pogba yet, but Zlatan, he is quite cheap. I'm not going to say he's really expensive, because 130 to 160 right now on the Xbox and on the PlayStation, I've got enough to buy him on the road to glory, so he's not really too expensive for an 88 rated striker. Of course, every year he starts losing pace and then more pace, and then he gets slower and slower and slower. That's the same case this year. He isn't very fast. His acceleration is short or shit, or whatever you want to say, and his sprint speed is bad as well. But, like I say, you've got these go-to players, and Zlatan is my go-to player every single year. So, lads, if you do enjoy this review, you know what to do. Smash a like on the video straight away. Let's aim for 1,000 likes for Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And if you do want any cheap MSP, PSN, even game codes, head on over to g2a.com, use that code M89. Every single link I will need is right there in the description. So, the team in the background you would have seen 3 times already. This is the 3rd time. Jack Butland, very good, but all goalkeepers on this game have some flaws, but there is a new patch coming to the game very, very soon. It's on PC already, so if you've got the patch notes or anything like that, I might actually drop it in the description below or in the comments below so you can have a look through them. But very interesting goalkeepers. They're putting some focus on that to make them a little bit better in game. So hopefully Butland and the likes of De Gea, Courtois, etc., all become that little bit better. Bellerin is right back. We have Keane, Rojo, Rose, Ander Herrera, Renato Sanchez, Dembele, Raheem Sterling, Young Min Son, and the man in the middle, the big man in the middle, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So, lads, let's get into the review. So here we go then, lads, and the one thing I want to talk about straight away is something I've already mentioned. That's the price of the card. Now, on the Xbox, his price estimate is 130 to 160, exact same price estimate on the PlayStation. So he's gone for between both of those prices right now. And for an 88 rated card, that is very good. Now, he didn't bring the goals to the table, which I thought he would do. I thought he'd bang them in for fun. He scored 4 and 6. I was very disappointed with that, but look at the assists that he got. He got 10 in 6 games, so that's 14 goal contributions over the 6 games. Very, very impressed with that. He's got a 4-star combo, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. That is great. Work rates need a bit of work, medium low, and his height is very, very important to the card, because if you're 6'5" tall, you got 69 jump. That isn't actually too bad for someone that's 6'5". Then you got the strength, 88. You got the aggression, 84. Very, very impressive. Then you look at the pace. It's non-existent. It's non-existent. A slug, a snail, a tractor, a trailer could go faster than Zlatan Ibrahimovic. 63 acceleration, 67 sprint speed. Not great in the slightest. But then you look at the shooting. Look at the shot power, 91. Look at the finishing, 87. The position, I don't know. He's never in the right place at the right time due to the pace. That's he needs to get in those positions, which is a shame for the card, really. Because on 17, he was getting the right position at the right time, and he'd rarely move from that position. But if you're deeper in the field and you start a quick counter-attack on this game, which is needed a lot of the time, Zlatan simply can't keep up. Unless you've got kind of get in behind, press the back line. He'll stay on the back line sometimes, but when he drops deeper in the field, he can't really catch up with the counter-attack, which is a massive shame, because if he could, he'd score goals. He'd score goals for fun. And he probably does score goals for you. For me, it was a different experience. He didn't score goals, but he assisted goals. And I love that about the card, because on this game, or in this game, I had Son on the left, had Sterling on the right. If they can get the ball into Zlatan, and Zlatan can turn and play the ball back into Son and Sterling, who have amazing pace on this game, you're in behind the defence. And if you get in behind the defence, you've got a one-on-one with the keeper, which you will be seeing a lot of later on in this episode as I pass it off. And Zlatan hits it, utilising that great shot power that he does possess. 91. That is fantastic about the card. Fan-bloody-tastic, because he can bang them. He can bang them from outside the area, which you've just seen there, inside the area, which is his forte, because obviously he's got great finishing at 87. He's got great shot power at 91, so it's kind of, I don't know, his kind of persona on this game is get inside the area, bang it. Or, as I used him, target man, target man, target man. He's not a poacher, he's a kind of a finisher, but for me, he's a target man because of what you've just seen there. He wins nearly every single header. Goal kicks, corner kicks, free kicks, you name it, as he goes in that celebration. I don't have a clue what the name is, but Zway loves it. I love it. It's a great celebration on this game, and Zlatan did just do it. I wish I could know the name of it because I don't have a clue. It's not coming to my mind right now, but what is coming to my mind is the pros, the 4-star combo. Now, with any striker on this game, 4-star skills, important. 4-star weak foot, even more important because you can bang it on the left just as well as you can bang it on the right. And with Zlatan, that is great about the card. So, when you've got a 4-star combo and you've got someone of Zlatan's ilk, Zlatan's strength, Zlatan's aggression, Zlatan's height, you've got some play on your hands, because if you do the stop and turn, or the Berber turn as a lot refer it to, you get past so many players on this game due to the strength of the card because they can't push you off the ball, and you've got a barrier to the ball with the stop and turn. You've got the player in front of the ball, and if you've got the strength of Zlatan, you're just not pushing them off. And if you kind of do get in the way, his aggression will override that because his aggression wins the ball in 50-50 situations against centre backs. That is very, very important, and you'll find out in this game he will win the majority.
What's up guys, Nepenthes here and welcome back to another Squad Battles video. Today I'm going to be taking you again through my final 4 games, the rewards at the end, and showing you my team and some of the stats on some of the players. I'm hopeful that I'm going to get into top 100 this week. I'm currently 88th with 4 games remaining. A lot of the people around me have already played more games, some of them haven't. I've been roughly around sort of the top 50 to 30 the last few days. So after these next 4 games, I'm hoping to finish above 50th. Just because 51st to 100 is 2 mega packs and a 50k pack, but 21 to 50 is a 100k pack and 2 mega packs. So a bonus 50, you know, basically a 100k pack instead of a 50k pack, which I'm very, very excited for, and hopefully we can get to. So you can see on the screen right now I had 4 good games in my last set. We won 5-0, 5-1, 5-2 and 5-3, picking up 26, 25, 24 and 2300 points, which is a really, really good return. It's around 10,000 points on average, which if I can get another 10,000 points, it will put me to 108,000, which currently would see me as high as maybe 20th. Of course, some of these guys have played all their games, some of them haven't. If I only get, say, 9,000 points, which would be a relatively bad set of 4 games, that'll put me down to 107, but even that is 26th right now. So I'm very, very hopeful, like I said, for a top 50 finish, which is all the way down currently at 104,000 points. So by the time I finish all my 4 next games, I should get a decent position in that top 50. I'm going to update the opponents now. I hope I get 4 good choices. Yes, I have got 4 good choices. Look at that. We get the first one an 81 rated. He's got the icon Rio Ferdinand. That would be a loan from probably playing the Journey, but his team in general isn't fantastic, so I should be able to beat that quite comfortably. We've got Arrow YT, who's got 3 bronzes in his squad. He has got the lone Ronaldo and potentially a lone Sanchez on the bench. So as long as I'm already comfortably ahead before those guys come on, I'll be great for that game too. We've got an 81 rated 100 chem team here. Now this isn't the greatest team as well. No one's spectacular on the bench. It's a good team, not a great team. I shouldn't find too much trouble scoring against that. And then Team Z's, he's got a very nice Premier League team. And he's got 4-1 to watches, one of them being Neymar and Aubameyang and Bakambu on the bench. This might be a real tough game once those subs come on. But Lanzini and Welbeck aren't going to cause me too much troubles, nor is that midfield. Lacazette could be tough to deal with. As long as I win all 4 games, I should be comfortably in the top 100. If I can win some of them by 5 or more goals, I should be comfortably inside the top 50. So we're going to play those now. To look at the squad, guys, this is the squad that I've gone with. I upgraded it a little bit since last video. I was using Kante for a while. You can see there I've got 37 games, 4 goals, 12 assists on him. I really prefer Bakayoko. 64 games on him, 5 goals, 17 assists. But I just like his height more. You know, if you actually compare his defending and physical to Kante, they're very, very similar. He's got a fair bit less passing and a fair bit less dribbling. Way less shooting, but he's my CDM, so that doesn't matter. And a fair bit less pace. But in terms of defending and physical, he works better, and his height is just good for me. Hugo Lloris has 90 games for me. Aurier, 53 games. Van Dijk, for me personally, he is the best centre-back in the game that I've used so far, and I've used quite a few of them. I haven't used Boateng, I haven't used Eric Bailly, but I've used a lot of the OP centre-backs already, and for me, Van Dijk is phenomenal. At 6'4" tall, with that kind of pace, crazy. As Azpilicueta also has 72 games for me. Luke Shaw with 76. Definitely want to upgrade Luke Shaw to one of the icon left-backs in due course. Bakayoko, of course, has 64 games. Raheem Sterling as a right wing, or a right mid, because I switched to the 4-1-2-1-2, has 49 games, 14 goals, 22 assists. Heung-min Son, he was playing for me left forward quite a bit, where he was getting involved in the action a lot. Now he's been at left mid, not so much, but he's still got 65 goals and 31 assists in the 74 games, which is a fantastic return. Christian Eriksen I just bought because I was using Herrera there and he just wasn't good enough in that cam spot. So I upgraded to Eriksen and I've enjoyed him so far. 3 goals and 2 assists in the 4 games. And then the Beast Boys up front. We've got Lacazette with 116 goals and 96 assists in the 72 games. Of course, most of those games, probably 60, maybe 65, maybe even all 72 of them, are squad battles games. But it's always against legendary AI, so I don't know. I feel like that's a good return on him. Over 200 goal contributions in the 72 games. And then we've also got Player of the Month Mane with 25 goals and 23 assists in the 20 games. On the bench, I've got a few players here. Salah was very, very good for me, using him at right forward. 44 goals and 26 assists in the 40 games. I swapped him out for Sterling because Sterling has better stamina. I don't know what Salah's stamina is. 77, but he's always dead by the end of the game, and it was triggering me. So, funnily enough, Sterling actually has less stamina. I'll tell you what, let's use Salah for this game. I've got Thiago and Nani, who have both made a few appearances, haven't really done much, and then Herrera has played a lot of games for me as well. 16 games, 8 goals, 15 assists, which is decent in terms of assists from that cam role that I was playing him in, but not good enough in terms of goals. I did have a few other players that I used that I've taken out since. I packed, obviously, the ones to watch salary. In fact, no, let me leave the other salary because I've got a chem style. I used for a while, let me go to Premier League because it was only Premier League players. I did use Dele Alli for a while. Didn't particularly like him all that much. 13 games, 10 goals, 4 assists, however. I used